Santa.
No witnesses?
Hey, before we get into the video, I just want to say that I was sick while recording this, so if I sound off, then just blame my weak immune system, I guess. When someone mentions a Christmas movie being bland, you usually think of those Hallmark movies, or maybe even some obscure streaming special, but Red One is a different type of bland Christmas movie. Instead of being the usual type of bland for a movie themed around the holiday, it tries its best to make a Christmas-themed Marvel movie, and it doesn't really succeed at being either. I wouldn't go as far as to say that Red One is a bad movie, but you won't see me giving it much praise either. It's a film that has subpar acting, visuals, and characters, all wrapped together in a predictable and not all too interesting story. So let's get right into Red One. The story is about a villain kidnapping Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons, and shows The Rock, who plays the role of one of Santa's helpers, team up with Jack, played by Chris Evans, who's a world-famous hacker. The story is the biggest issue with the film. If you know anything about these types of MCU-inspired movies, then you already know how this movie is going to go. At a certain point, it's almost like a checklist. Typical one-liners and snarky comments? Check. Poor CGI? Check. Big named actors not really playing a character and instead just sort of playing themselves? Check. And of course, ending with a big CGI battle to wrap up the film? Check. It seems like The Rock was hurt pretty badly by the colossal failure of Black Adam, and now has resorted to just doing these types of generic action movies, as well as reprising characters he's already played like Maui and Moana. Twice. I've heard some say that this is one of the worst movies of the year, and I don't think it is. I think this year has just been so bad for films that even something as mediocre as this gets the label of one of the worst. Just like Venom 3, I don't think this is anywhere close to being one of the worst movies of this year, but I also don't really think it's a good movie either. Honestly, if The Rock didn't inflate this movie's budget and just released it on some streaming service, then it might have done pretty decently. But instead, Dwayne Johnson felt the need to release this not only in theaters right before Gladiator 2 and Wicked, but also to release it in IMAX for some reason. And on top of all of this, due to The Rock not showing up on time for filming, the film's budget skyrocketed to $250 million, meaning that it was pretty much destined to fail. In summary, Red One is a generic, predictable, and overpriced disaster of a movie. While it's not a bad movie, it suffers from being the same bland MCU style of film that audiences are pretty sick of by now. Maybe there's another timeline where this is a fun, charming, and interesting take on the Christmas movie formula, but as it stands, there really isn't much to Red One. That's all I got for now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that bell icon to be notified for whenever I make a new video. The next review should be my last full review of the year, and it'll be on Arcane Season 2. So if you're interested in that, or interested in supporting the channel more, then turn on notifications and check out my other videos. Okay, that's it. Bye.